Alright guys, I am going to, this ain't going to be an in-depth tutorial how to replace your rear ball joint on the upper or your springs on a Lincoln Continental, that car right there. I'm just going to put this to you in a really nice way. I'm just a little ticked off. Been working on this car for 3 days. First off, Ford has discontinued the rear ball joints completely. There's no aftermarket companies out there. Now, if you guys are doing this, I'm going to tell you, very careful. And you take this word, very careful. Rear ball joints are just like the front. The only difference is, one uses a castle nut, one uses a lock nut. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm going to say about the rear ball joint. So you order in 2 front ball joints for the rear. Second thing is, front coil springs for these Lincoln Continentals. If you got air ride, you cannot get them. But here's a little trick for you guys. These guys right here, Unity Automotive Auto Parts, air deduction, ready to install, vehicle inspected, included, whatever, blah blah blah. Basically, it's air to coil conversion kit. Okay, you guys like, okay, can't get it. Why you going to air to coil? Here's the problem about why I won't go to air to coil. They want you to go behind that driver, the passenger glove box, cut a freaking wire on your car. Do not cut it because you can't get the air ride. Go on rockauto.com, get every fucking part for this car. Excuse my French. I'm a little ticked off. Here's the shocks. They come in pre-loaded, so you get new everything. Everything's new. Take these shocks, throw them away. It voids your warranty. Who cares? Here's the busted coil on the Lincoln. You guys can see that coil's pretty busted. Here's the air ride I'm talking about. Take your old spring off. Now you got 2 choices. Take this into a garage, have them do it, or do it yourself. This is all new hardware I have on this assembly. New coils, new boot, new bearing plate, new isolator, top and bottom, old strut. Go and throw it under it. Second thing, before I get to that, you're going to need to, if you're going to do it to yourself, you're going to need a strut compressor. These are the only guys that will work for V8 coils. Do not buy these. These are junk for V8s. You're going to need, those are your struts. You're going to need coil compressors. These are the old school style. These are for the old school struts. So you got these new school struts. You need a set of old school if you're going to do it on yourself. We'll need a set of them. You're going to have to compress it, press your new coils with these, and then whatever the opposite side of that, you'll put, say, this is how my strut is. I got my strut here. Put one here. Put one in the middle, which would be like something like that. You guys see, you got the 2 outers, top, and then bottom. So you need 4 of these. Okay, that could press it down enough to get your air ride put back on. Now, back to what I was going to say here. Make sure you guys grab yourself a can of PB Blaster. This stuff does work. You guys might say don't. Alright, you're going to have to take off your axle nut. You're going to have to take your outer tie rod off. You're going to have to take your stabilizer bar off. Alright, here's where the fun part goes. Once you get all that, keep your strut connected up here. Heat this sucker up to where it's hot. Take your PB Blaster, spray it right around this rim. That'll soak right in so you can pull this apart. You're going to have to heat up the nut. Boy, you want to put a rag around your shock, so cold rag on the shock to keep it from getting hot. And that once you start seeing it go in there, done. Here, you're going to have to heat up the bolt. The bolt. You're going to have to keep on heating that bolt up until you get penetration oil through it. Go through this crack, it should leak right in it. Okay, once you get that part, there's a 50-50 chance your bolt's going to come out in one piece. My bolt came out not okay. I destroyed the head and destroyed the threads. So, it didn't survive. What you guys can do, go to your local hardware store. If you guys got a Royal King, anybody that carries hardware, get a grade 8.8. It's a 14 millimeter, 90 inches long, 90 millimeters long. Okay, you're going to need a nut to go with that. You're going to need 2 washers and a lock nut. That's how you fit if you destroy this bolt. Now, put some anti-seize while you got this all apart. Anti-seize your shaft, your axle shaft, anti-seize your hole, anti-seize this hole, anti-seize your bolt. If you do not do that, you will be screwed if you ever had to take this front end apart. And what I mean by anti-seize is this crap right here. Made by Loctite. Anti-seize. Eric the car guy got me hooked to this. Put his channel in the description. Another thing, if you're doing your brakes, Permatex Ceramic Extreme brake part lubrication. You're going to need that because you're going to have to do that. Eric O got me into that. That's another thing I didn't mention. You're going to have to take your bracket off of here. You're going to have to put your brake over here. Disconnect this. You get basically the whole thing. You got to take your inner fender well out. There's a bunch of pop clips, 2 bolts, 2 nuts over here, a nut over there, a bolt, screw. So 3 screws and a bunch of pops. Alright. And just keep this dangling out of your way. You don't have to disconnect it. Your one you want to disconnect is this one up here. Then once you get this all done, either take this in the garage, have the garage compress it for you, which would be better than dealing with it yourself, but I'm stupid, so I did it myself. And then just reverse what you did there. And if you do it right, it should only take you about a half an hour to put it back together. So that's a quick rundown of what I've been doing. I'm hot, I'm irritated, and I need to get off of here so I can get this car back running. All my other ones are going down on me. So we'll catch you guys later. Just keep in word, Ford don't want these big cars on the road, so if you keep them on the road, show Ford who's the boss. So peace out, man. Have fun and stay dirty. Oh, and I forgot one thing, guys. You guys are wondering how you get the strut out. Sorry, I forgot that. Alright. What you do, when I said keep bolted up there, take a cheetah bar, lay it right against here, onto your subframe. Stand on it with your foot, press down and pop it right out of this hole. And then from there, it will be a fight. You have to wiggle it, jerk it around, something to get it out. Now I will set up the camera and show you how to get it back in. I just did that. Let's see if I can get you guys set up. Alright, let's see if I can back you guys up. Now to get this in, it's going to be interesting. You're going to need a bottle jack, but I'm going to just show you how to get it in and get it set up there. But you are going to need a bottle jack or a jack of some type to jack up your lower control arm up to pop it in. This is where the fun's going to start. I hope you guys are ready for this. Alright. Now the way we get this in. Okay. Make sure you have it the right way. Get it up here. Make sure you get your nuts. Alright, if you're using this complete strut assembly, your nuts turn and stop. That's fine. Keep them there. You want to keep this loose. Now, here's the fun part. Okay, take your strut. Hang on, give me a second. Alright, now, screw around with your axle a little bit. Alright, take your strut. That's the part that's going to be the fun part. But it will go in. Press down onto your assembly. It helps you got two people, but I only have one in myself. This is where the cheetah bar comes in. Get it hooked onto your frame. Now there you can press down. Help press down while you're trying to bite with everything else. Now in this case I have to take a bolt out so I can flex it some more. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's up. Yeah, okay. Keep two in, two front, two closest towards the fender. Take the back out. Okay. Once you get that, take it and just shove it down in. Okay. I don't have my axle nut, but at this point in time, you can take your axle nut and shove it on it. But there you go. It's the exact same way you get it out. But this is a lot easier, I found out, when you disassemble the whole car. Take me as a grain of salt, take me as a joke. But there you go. Car's back together, and I still got my air ride. Alright, now it's time to peace out. So you guys just seen how to put it in, same way you get it out. Keep it bolted up, just pull this out. Push down on the control arm, pull it out. Alright, see you guys later.